The old man walked slowly toward the courthouse, his steps heavy and measured. His hands were cuffed, and a worn military coat hung loosely over his frail frame. The morning sun cast long shadows as passers-by glanced curiously at the man no one recognized, yet carried a story worth remembering. Inside the courthouse, the air was tense. The clerk looked up from his papers and called out firmly, "Please state your full name for the record." The man's voice trembled slightly but was clear. Elias Carter, Staff Sergeant, United States Marine Corps. The courtroom fell silent. The judge, Olivia Parker, skimmed through the case file in front of her. Her eyes suddenly widened and her hand froze. That name, Elias Carter, was the very Marine who had saved her brother's life on the battlefield years ago. 69-year-old Elias sat quietly on the bench. His shoulders were swallowed by the oversized military coat. Under the sterile courtroom lights, the creases in his face deepened, carved by decades of hardship and sacrifice. Judge Parker looked up and addressed the courtroom. This man, Elias Carter, was awarded the Navy Cross for extraordinary bravery. The courtroom erupted in applause. The charges against Elias were dismissed. Just then, a sharply dressed lawyer named Alexander Ross stepped forward. "I will represent Mr. Carter," he announced calmly. "His military file shows he was part of an operation near the western edge of Fallujah." Elias nodded. Memories stirred in his eyes as he confirmed, "I was there. I carried Lieutenant Jack Parker to safety under enemy fire." The courtroom fell silent. Judge Olivia Parker stepped down from the bench and approached Elias. There was no distance between them now. She spoke softly. "You saved my brother's life." She handed him a bundle of worn letters, tied with care. Elias took the letters and began to read aloud from one dated the day after the rescue. The letter spoke of courage and the promise, "No Marine gets left behind." Olivia looked around her apartment, filled with memories of Jack. "I started the Veterans Court and the housing program because of what Jack wrote. He said the system forgets its own." Elias shifted uncomfortably. "I'm no hero. I just did what needed to be done." Olivia smiled gently. "That's exactly what heroes say." They sat in silence, two lives intertwined by service and sorrow. Olivia shared how Jack had volunteered for dangerous missions to protect civilians. Jack's final letter mentioned Elias, saying he wanted to live up to the example Elias had set. Elias spoke of the weight of doubt he carried, wondering if saving Jack was only a cruel delay. Olivia placed a hand on his shoulder. "Jack didn't die because of you. He lived because of you." As they parted, Elias stood taller, a quiet strength shining within him. Someone remembered his name.